Are juices more healthier than smoothies? What's your opinion? Okay, let me just give you my opinion, and then hopefully we can kind of come together towards the end. But I'll keep it simple. What happens when we juice something? We're crushing, we're squeezing. If it's a fruit or a vegetable, the juice comes out, we leave behind the fiber. When we make a smoothie, we put the whole state of the vegetable or fruit in there. We blend it up. The problem, though, with certain smoothies is obviously what additional things are you putting in. If you're putting in a ton of sugar, a ton of honey, or other things, that is not good. So when we juice these fruits and vegetables, that pulp, that fiber is all thrown out. And that's an extremely important nutrient to us because very few of us get enough fiber. And yes, there are plenty of vitamins and phytonutrients in that juice, but the fruit or vegetables would also contain those, but maybe not as much. So when you're juicing, it's definitely going to be more concentrated. But particularly those fruits, which is fructose, that plain fructose that you're drinking puts a heavy burden on the liver. And the liver will get overloaded and it starts turning the fructose into fat. Now here are my defenses. So if we're having more sugar, no fiber, what happens? We spike up glucose, we increase insulin. This abundance of sugar can eventually lead to insulin resistance. Now the problem here is that the fructose, or those sugars you're eating, are going to be on a higher glycemic scale because there's no fiber. That means that absorption is going to go in really quick, and you're going to get that energy, and you're going to fall real quick. And this puts a burden on cortisol as well as other hormones within our body. So here's my final answer. I believe that smoothies are healthier from a physiological point of view as compared to juicing. Although juicing will have more concentrated amount of nutrients, but although you still can get plenty of nutrients from the whole state of the fruit or vegetable. My point here is that it's all about the fiber. When you look at heart disease, cardiovascular disease, clogging of the arteries, inflammation, autoimmune problems, diabetes, it's all related to increased spike of those sugars and imbalances of insulin levels. So remember that too much insulin in the body will increase more fat. And it's important to understand fiber and colon health. While juicing removes much of the fiber found in whole fruits and vegetables, blending retains this crucial component, providing significant benefits for colon health. Fiber promotes regular bowel movements and helps prevent constipation by adding bulk to the stool, facilitating its passage through the digestive tract. This reduces the risk of developing diverticulitis and hemorrhoids. Additionally, a high-fiber diet is linked to a lower risk of colon cancer. By acting as a prebiotic, this fiber nourishes that beneficial gut bacteria, which produces short-chain fatty acids that protect the colon cells. Thus, blending, which preserves fiber, supports overall colon health and reduces the risk of gastrointestinal disorders. And heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide. And it's important to understand fiber and cardiovascular health. Juicing often removes the fiber that's essential for cardiovascular health, where blending keeps it intact, offering numerous health benefits. Soluble fiber retained in blending smoothies helps lower cholesterol levels by binding to cholesterol particles in the digestive system and facilitating their removal from the body. This process reduces the risk of atherosclerosis, a condition where plaque builds up in the arteries, potentially leading to heart attacks and strokes. Additionally, fiber aids in regulating those blood sugar levels, decreasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, a significant risk factor for heart disease. By all means, fiber is one of the most important things that we can put in our body. Most people don't have enough fiber. That's why we have so many other diseases out there known today. But fiber slows digestion down. It allows insulin and glucose to become level and maintained, gives you lots of energy. It doesn't throw your hormones off. Fiber, being a prebiotic, feeds your probiotics within the gut. That's 70% of your immune system. Imagine. And it helps sweep the colon to get rid of those toxic materials that's sitting in there, that sludge. So take this for what it's worth. Hopefully that this really gave you some insight. I'd like to hear your opinion. Write it down below. Type it down below in the comments. I'm sure there'll be many. Share this with your friends and family. And most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.